Hello chess lovers, Suren here, and I have another sparkling game for you. With the white pieces playing Sidney Johnston and his opponent is Frank Marshall. Sidney Johnston was the chess editor of the Chicago Tribune from July 1901 until his death, and Frank Marshall was the US chess champion from 1909 to 1936. He was one of the world's strongest chess players in the early part of the 20th century. This game was played during their match in 1899, which Marshall prevailed but only by a score of 8-7, or properly 7-6 as draws weren't to count. Now let's see how the game went on. In this game, Sidney Johnston had white pieces and he started with d4, d5 by Marshall, c4, e6, we see queen's gambit declined, knight c3 and knight c6. Black goes for queen's knight variation, which is not a popular line. Knight f3 was played, knight f6, bishop f4, bishop d6, bishop g3, now if bishop takes g3, then h takes g3, white will manage to open up the h file and will start putting pressure on black's king's side. Knight e4 was played, e3, black castles king's side, bishop d3, already there is too much pressure on e4, f5 was played, a3, b6, rook c1, and a blunder by Marshall, bishop b7. But let's see, what did Marshall miscalculate? C takes d5 was played, e takes d5, knight takes d5 and knight takes d4. On the surface it looks like that there is nothing wrong with black's position. If you recapture on d4, then black will win back the lost piece. But after knight takes d4, Johnston surprised Marshall and played bishop c4, after which black finds himself in trouble. Now if you move back your knight, then simply knight takes c7, discover check, black is losing a material. That's why after bishop c4, black responded with knight takes f3 check, g takes f3. Now the knight on e4 is hanging and still white is threatening to give this nasty discovered check. Knight takes g3 was played, which actually allows white to mate in 4. You can pause the video and try to find the mating line. Ready? In this position, Sidney Johnston played knight e7 double check, and after king h8 he sacrificed his knight on g6 square, thus forcing black to capture on g6 with the h-pawn, after which white recaptured on g3. This actually looks very beautiful, guys. After knight g6, both knights are hanging, black is recapturing the knight on g6, and you are recapturing the knight on g3, and you are giving this devastating check. Queen h4, a desperate move, and after rook takes h4, we see this brutal checkmate on the board. This bishop just gives black king no air to breathe, and this is simply an awesome checkmate. Of course, you won't see legendary Frank Marshall losing in 18 moves, but one thing is sure, that this game is simply awesome. All hail to Sidney Johnston. Thanks for watching. Here are more suggestions for you, and for more games don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next video.